Eala jumps to new career-high 31st at WTA rankings. Manila, Philippines. Filipino tennis ace Alexandra Eala jumped from 47th to a new career-high 31st in the latest official Women's Tennis Association (W) rankings on Monday. Eala leaped 16 places in the rankings following her quarter-final finish at the Dubai Tennis Championships. Falling to world number 4 Coco Gauff in the quarters, 0-6, 2-6, last Friday, Eala gained 215 ranking points for her last 8 appearances, totaling 1,432 points. Eala, who stunned world number 8 Jasmine Paolini, now number 7, in the Dubai second round, sported a net gain of only 205 points, which likely means she had 10 points from the same tournament week or day last year that already dropped off. Belarusian Aryna Sabalenka stayed atop the rankings with 10,870 points, followed by Polish Iga Swiatek, 7,653, and Kazakh Elena Rybakina, 7,253. Americans Gauff, 6,803, and Jessica Pegula, 6768, rounded out the top 5 netters in the world. Pegula, who ended Eala's dream run at the Miami Open semis last year, ruled the Dubai Tennis Championships. Meanwhile, Eala is set for her WTA 1000 Indian Wells debut this March. Eala, whose previous best ranking was 40th achieved on February 9, gained direct entry to the tournament because she was hovering between 40th and 47th at the entry deadline. That ranking is high enough to gain direct entry to the competition. Dubbed as the 5th Grand Slam due to its tournament size, 96-player field, and top-rated players' mandatory participation from both the WTA and ATP, the Indian Wells runs from March 4th to 15th. After the Indian Wells or the BNP Paribas Open, Eala will make her return to the Miami Open, which will run from March 17th to 29th. The morning the rankings changed, the world did not tilt on its axis. The sun still rose over the Pacific, washing the courts of Manila in molten gold. Jeepneys still sang their bright metallic hymns through the streets. Somewhere, a racket struck felt with a clean, ringing note. But for Eala, something had shifted, quietly, profoundly. She had climbed to a new career high, world number 31 in the WTA Tour rankings. 31. It is just a number, some might say. A statistic nestled between 30 and 32, a rung on an invisible ladder. But in tennis, numbers are stories. They are the sum of sunburned afternoons, of blisters wrapped in tape, of losses swallowed like bitter medicine. They are proof that persistence has weight, and that weight can lift you. For Eala, 31 is not just a number. It is a horizon pushed farther back. The girl who chased yellow suns. Long before rankings and headlines, there was a child chasing yellow suns across a blue sky, the bright arc of a tennis ball floating over a net. In a country where basketball hoops outnumber tennis courts, where hardwood legends dominate conversations, choosing tennis is like choosing the ocean when everyone else is climbing mountains. It is a solitary sport in a communal culture. It demands silence in a nation that loves song. Yet Alex chose it. She chose the rhythm of rally over the roar of the crowd. She chose the lonely baseline, where every decision is yours alone and every mistake echoes. And she kept choosing it, again and again. Clay, sweat, and the academy dream. The road from Manila to global tennis is not paved in convenience. It is paved in sacrifice. When Alex left home to train at the Rafa Nadal Academy, she was not just crossing oceans. She was crossing into the unknown, into a world of relentless drills and relentless expectations. There, under Mediterranean skies, she learned that talent is merely an invitation. Work is the entry fee. The academy bears the name of Rafael Nadal, a man who turned clay courts into kingdoms through grit and grace. To train in his orbit is to absorb a philosophy, fight for every point, respect every opponent, fear no stage. Alex absorbed it well. Her footwork sharpened. Her forehand grew teeth. Her backhand began to speak in angles. More importantly, her mind hardened into something elastic, able to bend under pressure but not break. A nation watches. As the ranking climbed, 60s, 50s, 40s, something else climbed with it, belief. In the Philippines, televisions flickered to life at odd hours. Families gathered around screens, squinting through time zones. Social media buzzed with hashtags. Children picked up rackets with new curiosity. Because when one athlete rises in a country unaccustomed to seeing itself in that arena, the rise feels collective. Alex's ascent to number 31 does not exist in isolation. It reverberates. It says that a Filipina can stand toe-to-toe with the power hitters of Europe, the counterpunchers of America, the tacticians of Australia. It says that geography is not destiny. The architecture of 31. What does it take to reach 31 in the world? It takes matches won on unfamiliar courts, hard courts that play like glass, clay that clings to your shoes, grass that skids like a secret. It takes surviving 3-set battles where lungs burn and legs tremble. It takes losses that sting enough to provoke reinvention. Somewhere along the journey to 31, Alex learned to turn defense into offense in a heartbeat. She learned to disguise her drop shot like a magician palming a coin. She learned that ranking points are earned not only through brilliance, but through resilience, the quiet art of winning on days when your best refuses to appear. 31 is built not on highlight reels alone, but on ordinary Tuesdays where discipline wins the day. The weight of representation. For young athletes in Southeast Asia, tennis has often felt like a distant constellation, visible, dazzling, but far away. Alex's ranking redraws that map. When she steps onto court at a WTA event, she carries more than her racket bag. She carries a flag stitched in memory and hope. She carries the idea that Southeast Asia is not merely a spectator in global tennis, it is a participant. Her presence in the top 31 reframes expectations. It invites investment. It ignites imagination. And imagination, in sport, is the first revolution. The match within. There is always another opponent, the self. The self that whispers doubt after a double fault. The self that replays missed match points at 2 a.m. The self that fears the climb will stop as suddenly as it began. To reach 31, Alex had to defeat that opponent repeatedly. She had to trust her serve on break point down. She had to swing freely when the scoreboard tightened. She had to believe that she belonged, not as a guest, but as a contender. Belonging is invisible in rankings, but it is essential to them. Beyond 31. In tennis, satisfaction is brief. The tour moves. The calendar flips. New tournaments loom like mountains on the horizon. 31 is both arrival and departure. It is a milestone, but also a doorway to greater dreams. Top 20. Top 10. Perhaps even deeper runs at Grand Slams, where legends are etched into time. But the beauty of this moment lies in its presentness. In the knowledge that somewhere in the Philippines, a young girl sees the number 31 and thinks not of limitation, but of possibility. If 31 is attainable, why not one? A quiet revolution. Not all revolutions roar. Some happen in the steady accumulation of points across continents. Some unfold in early morning practices when the world is asleep. Some reveal themselves in a simple ranking update on a Monday. Eala's rise to world number 31 is